I'm weird, man. I know I'm weird. It's weird. It's weird how I know that I am weird. You know what I mean? But it's cool because it's fine. You know what I mean? Being weird is good in 2023. Yes, people. How we doing, man? Welcome back to another stream. Sorry, I'm late. I apologize for being late. I was on another show, 12-man podcast. I do a couple shows on there every week, and it just overran, man. So I apologize for being late. It is what it is. Yeah, man, some news came out last night, didn't it? And we've not really had time to talk about it too much. And it's regarding Olise. And well, it's kind of crazy, really. And no one knows what's going on. It's like a mystery. It's like a mystery. No one knows. It's like Cluedo. You ever play Cluedo, where like someone like dies and like someone commits a murder? It's a board game, right? Someone commits a murder. You got to play it. You got to do this board game to find out who committed the crime. Like, no one knows what's going on. It's like this with Olise. Like, 1 minute, someone's saying he's got a release clause of £35 million. Next minute, someone said he doesn't have a release clause. It's 55. Or he doesn't. It's not 35 million. It's 55 million. Then someone's saying doesn't have a release clause. Then someone's saying he's joining Chelsea. Then someone's saying he's joining Man City. I don't think even Olise knows what's going on at the moment, to be honest with you. But yeah, let's talk about it. Michael Olise, or Mikhail, I don't know how you pronounce his first name. Currently at Crystal Palace, got 2 goals and 11 assists for Crystal Palace last year. He's 21 years old. I'm pretty sure he's French. And he's a decent player. Of course, was it him who scored that worldy free kick against United as well last year, which was nice. Good player, don't get me wrong, good player. The question is, would he fit into our team? Yes, he would fit into our team. Would he be an ideal replacement for Mahrez? No, because no one would be an ideal replacement for Mahrez other than Mahrez. But he plays in a similar way. He plays off the right-hand side. He's inverted. And I think he'd do all right. And I think with Pep Guardiola coaching him and that, I think we could have a real player on our hands. Would he come in and absolutely smash it from day one? Probably not. He'd probably need that year pass. But I think he's got a very good chance of succeeding at Manchester City if he comes in and plays under Pep Guardiola, guys. I can't lie. I think he's got everything he needs. How much is it going to cost? Well, just seeing that on Twitter, that Darren Ambrose says there is no release clause for Michael Olise after speaking to somebody at the club. So, I mean, whether that's true or not, who knows? But how much is it going to cost? I think he's got, what's his contract? I think his contract is Olise, transfer marked. It's contracted until 2026. So he's got 3 years left on his contract with no release clause. 21. If you don't have a release clause, they're not going to let him go for anything less than 65 million. They're just not. They're just not going to let him go for anything less than 65 million if he doesn't have a release clause, because that's the way the world has gone with transfers. They wouldn't. So the question is, if he doesn't have a release clause, would you pay 65 million pounds for him? Would you pay 65 million pounds for him? You know what I mean? Like, that's a big one. That's a lot of money, mate, to spend on a guy who got 2 goals. You know what I mean? Now, people will say, oh, yeah, but he played for Crystal Palace. At City, you do a lot better than that. Yeah, I'm sure he would, but it's still a lot of money. It's still a lot of money. You know what I mean? So it's a difficult one. Now, apparently, rumours going round that Chelsea have bid £39 million for him. I just don't see Crystal Palace accepting that. Apparently, they put a £70 million valuation on that Cenk Decore. I just don't see them letting him go for 39 million quid. I mean, I might be wrong. Maybe they will let him go for 39 million quid. But in this current market, I do not see Crystal Palace letting him go for anything less than 60 million. I just don't see it. He's got 3 years left on his contract. He's got high potential. There's clearly something there. They're not going to do it. So how much are you going to let him go for, man? I don't see him, going for less than that. So if he's got a release clause and his release clause is 35 million, I think it's worth it. If it's 55 million, that's getting up there then, isn't it? That's up there. You need more than 2 goals for me. For 55, 60 million quid. You know what I mean? You got to score more than 2 goals, in my opinion, to be worth that much money. But maybe just because he was at Palace, maybe he just struggled. Maybe he didn't get into the right spots and didn't get the right service. He did play for Vieira for a long time, who, if you listen to Palace fans, will tell you that it was dull football and they didn't really create too many chances. So there are things that you've got to think about and take into sort of consideration. But 60 million quid, it doesn't move me, to be honest with you. Like, listen, if City went and did the deal at 60 million quid, I wouldn't be like, oh, fuck it, we've just been absolutely robbed there, lads. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be doing an emergency live stream, you know what I mean, with the siren on. You know what I mean? Where's the siren? I don't have the siren. 60 million pounds. What are Manchester City doing? We've been absolutely robbed. No, I wouldn't be doing that. I also wouldn't be partying. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, let's get the mitigated suffering on. We've just signed Olise for 60 million pounds. No, I wouldn't be doing that either, to be honest with you. I'd just be kind of like, it's not really like a great price, but it could work. It could work. And this is what I've said. I've done a couple of streams on Saeed's channel today, and just done. I don't think we spoke about it with Dan, but it could work. It could. You could be looking back at this deal in a couple of years' time at 60 million going, you know what? It's decent, that. Because realistically, what does he have to do? 10 goals, 10 assists? Well, he got 11 assists at Crystal Palace. You know what I mean? He got 11 assists at Crystal Palace. So you'd like to think he could get 10 assists at Manchester City. He then he has to improve his goal output from 2 to 10. But it's doable. It's doable. So that's why I'm like, I do think 60 million quid is expensive, but if City paid it, I don't understand why they pay it, to be honest with you. Big up to Benno, says, thoughts on Sam Lee saying Cancelo not wanted by City. Completely understand City's position. You know what I mean? I don't think City should keep him either, but maybe it's no club who wants him. He's going to have to stay. So, yeah, I mean, completely understand why City would want to not keep him, bro. 100%. And Levy out, Eric out. Come on, you Spurs, with the £2 donation. Says Mbappe, 259 million to Al Hilal. Yeah, that's crazy, mate. That's crazy. Rumours now saying that Mbappe don't want to stay. Don't want to go to Saudi Arabia. He does want to stay at PSG. He's prepared to sit on the bench all year at PSG, but whether that's true or not, I don't know. But big up for the super chats, lads. Appreciate that. But yeah, Olise, look, it's going to be interesting. So yeah, rumour has it that Chelsea are putting a £39 million bid. I think that gets rejected. Mbappe just tweeted. Yeah, bro, Sam Martin, yeah. If I go on this now and he's tweeting about his tea or something, this better be out about football, bro. Oh, it is. I don't know what that noise was, by the way, but hey, what's this? Sorry, guys, I know this was meant to be an Olise stream, but the most expensive transfer of all time might be about to happen, and this has just been tweeted. Big up Sam Martin. What does this mean? Al Hilal, you can take me. I look like Kylian Mbappe. Laughing face, emojis. And he puts loads of laughing faces. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Also, he doesn't really look like Kylian Mbappe, to be honest. But what does that mean? What does that mean? Is he laughing because he's like, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, no thanks, mate. I want the cash, not you. Or is he laughing because he's like, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, this is a funny story and it's BS. You know what I mean? Yeah, like Jarhead says, bro, that's banter. You know what I mean? Is it banter? Is he bantering it? You know what I mean? I don't know. Probably means he found it funny, LB. Yes, bro. That was quite a funny chat, that. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But, yeah, that'd be crazy if that deal goes through. But, yeah, the Olise one. So, Chelsea put a £39 million bid in. I don't think, unless there's a release clause, I don't think Crystal Palace accept that because he's got 3 years left on his contract. They'll want more. The thing is, though, right, this is what I don't get about Chelsea. They have Sterling. They have Madueke. Is he still there? Madueke? Is he still there? They've got who else have they got? Chat. What other wingers do they have? Nkunku, he's a camin. He's a number 8. You don't play on the wing. What other wingers to chat? I feel like Chelsea have like loads of wingers. Chelsea players. Let's have a look at the Chelsea squad, man. All right, here we go. So they've got Madueke. Ziyech is still there. Sterling's there. Mudryk is there. Like, do they need another winger? Do they need it? Hudson-Odoi still there. You know what I mean? Do they really need another winger? Bit weird, man. I don't get Chelsea sometimes. Like they're moving mad. You know what I mean? So, but apparently, this is actually like this is all rumors, yeah, because I've just been like just scrolling through Twitter all day. But apparently, Olise's brother plays for Chelsea. But I don't think that means Olise is going to go to Chelsea. You know what I mean? Just because his brother plays there. You know what I mean? Don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't think that's I don't think if City want you and Chelsea want you, you could go Chelsea, but you're not going to go Chelsea because your brother plays in the academy or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't see that. I don't think that's an actual thing. I think that's fake news. So yeah, I don't think that's the case. I thought he had a release clause, says David. Well, apparently, so mate, this transfer has been so weird. So Fabrizio Romano came out yesterday and said City want him. City are interested in him. He has a £35 million release clause. Then you got a lot of people come out saying, no, the release clause isn't there anymore. It got removed. But then people said, no, the release clause is there. It's just more than 35 million. So it's like, I don't think anyone knows. You've got this Darren Ambrose, on TalkSport, saying that he's spoken to a member of the Crystal Palace staff. Now, who's that? Is that the cook? Is that the cleaner? Who knows who he's spoken to? But he said he's spoken to someone at Crystal Palace, and they've said that there is no release clause. So nobody knows, really, mate, what's going on. No one knows, other than they're pretty certain that City and Chelsea both want him. You know, and I'd take him. I'd take him at City. I don't want him as my main winger. But if we can get Foden playing there or Bernardo Silva and have Olise as the number 2, I'd take that. Yes, it's a downgrade on Mahrez, but any transfer is going to be a downgrade on Mahrez. He's 21. He has potential. He plays in a similar style to what we need. I think he'd be a great signing. I do. The price has got to be right. But yeah, honestly, guys, I'd have him at City. I'd take him. In fact, I want to do a poll. On this one because I feel like there's a lot of City fans that don't want. Do you want City to sign Olise? Right? I know brackets. Ignore the price. Focus on the player. Yeah. So don't talk to me. No, I don't want him. Don't talk to me about price for a second. Just on talent and potential. Would you want Olise at Manchester City? Forget about the price. We'll talk about the price in a minute. But just on his ability and what potentially we could improve him on with Pep Guardiola and the coaching staff, would you take him at City? I would take him at City. I would honestly take him. I'd take him. I think a good player. I do like him. I like him, and I think he'd suit our team well. And he's young, 21. You know what I mean? I've got to say as well, 11 assists for Palace. I think that's pretty decent, you know. I can't lie, I think that's pretty decent. If you listen to Palace fans last year as well, when they had Vieira, they were very negative team. They didn't really do much. They didn't really create too much. So, you know, I think to get 11 assists in a team that didn't really create too much is pretty decent. His goals assists per 90 minutes. Let me open up a calculator. Is 212 minutes. So what's that? Divided by 90. Quick maths. He gets a goal or an assist every 2.3 games. Which compared to Mahrez, Mahrez was on about. He's pretty much on. I think it was a goal involvement every game. I think Mahrez. So he's a little bit behind, but he was playing for Palace. You know, the thing that scares me there is the 2 goals. And only really Palace fans can answer this question. Is why has he only got 2 goals? You know what I mean? Is it just because he doesn't make the runs? Well, if he doesn't make the runs, you can work on that. It's not too bad. Is it because he didn't get the service? Well, then that's fine, no problems. Or is it because he did get the service and he did get through on goal and he just can't finish? Because one thing that I don't really want to go back to is wingers who can't finish. You know what I mean? Because we need players to take pressure off Haaland. You can't just have Haaland and be like, don't be, putting the pressure. You can't just be like, oh, Haaland will score, Haaland will score. And Kieran, no, you're absolutely right, mate. I'm not changing my mind on this comment. LB, you've been banging on about how the new winger has to be able to score. I agree. You know what I mean? That's what I have been saying. But that's why I'm asking this question, bro. Because if the answer to the question, when you ask a Crystal Palace fan, why has he only scored 2 goals? If the answer to the question is, oh, because every time he goes through on goal, he can't finish, that's where I'm like, that ain't great. You know what I mean? I need players to be able to finish. I need players to be able to take pressure off Haaland because it's inevitable. Haaland will go through quiet spells. He ain't going to score every single game, every single season. You know what I mean? Was it end of the season? He went like 5, 6, 7 games without a goal or whatever it was. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. Just that's life, innit? You know what I mean? You're not going to score every single match. So that's a question that I'd like to be answered there by the Crystal Palace fans. I might get Dion on the show, actually. Man like D, Crystal Palace fan, and see what he's got to say about this, because see what he's got to say. Right, let's have a look at this poll. Do you want City to sign Olise? 80% of you guys in the stream say yes, you want City to sign him. 20%, that's 1 in 5, say no, you don't want him. So there you go. There you go. You know, that's a lot. Bored with this says he doesn't get the goals because he doesn't get chances. Palace force him to stay on the wing too much. He isn't allowed to cut inside and get the chances he needs to score. Well, if that's the case, then that's okay. That's okay. Do you know what I mean? But if, like I say, you need to ask people who watched him week in, week out, and that's Crystal Palace fans, man. Crystal Palace fans are the one that can give you the answer. You know what I mean? 2.9 XG, 2 goals, says Ferraz. So that would indicate he doesn't get chances. This comment here, if that's true from Ferraz, that would indicate that he doesn't get chances, which depends why he doesn't get chances. If it's because Board just said, because he's told to stay out wide, then that's fine. If it's because he's not making the runs, well, you kind of want him to make the runs, but you can work on that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. People talk about Eze. I've seen a few people say, why don't we go for Eze instead? Don't know. You have to ask Pep Guardiola that question, isn't it? I mean, he clearly City are interested in Olise. It must be something about Elise's game that we prefer. You know, that we prefer than Eze. I'm not sure what it is, but there must be something about it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But listen, it's going to be interesting. You know, is this the third winger we've been linked with now? It was Dani Olmo, Rafinha, Olise. Have we actually been linked with Turkey? I don't actually think we've been linked with Turkey, so I don't want to put him on the list. I think Barcola, I think we have actually been linked with Barcola. So 3, definitely 3 at the moment. We've definitely been linked with 3. Barcola, you guys say Barcola. Yeah, we have been linked with Barcola. So that's 4. So there's been 4 players there that we've been linked with. I don't think we've been linked with Dembele. So yeah, we've been linked with 4, and we're probably linked with a couple more players. We should have had a bingo game, shouldn't we? Really, you know what I mean? A bingo. Guess the player. You know what I mean? Because it's going to go wild. Everyone knows that we want to sign a winger. So if you're a journalist, you can just be like, "Oh, City want this guy." You know what I mean? Pretty easy. Cancelo on the wing, says who said that? Says Mohammed K. Brother, I don't want to sound negative and that, yeah, but I just don't want him at City no more. You know what I mean? I think it's just best for everyone if he left, to be honest with you, bro. You know what I mean? In my opinion, my own views, don't speak for City fans, my own opinion. I just think it's better for everyone if he just leaves. But listen, if he wants to stay there, if Pep wants to keep him and he wants to put him on the wing, then fairs. You know what I mean? Give him a go. But no, not for me. I want an actual. I don't want to see this though, bro. I don't want to see right backs playing right wing. Do you know what I mean? I want to see a right winger playing right wing. I think it's much better for the football team if you have players playing in their actual position. Call me old school, but that's just the way I feel. You know what I mean? We've been playing Fabian Delph left back, Zinchenko left back. Do you know what I mean? He's now playing John Stones in centre mid. You know, I kind of want to just see, you know, get a right winger. I think it's better for the football club if we get a right winger to play right wing than a right back. You know what I mean? Just my view. Just my view. Fabrizio said City and Chelsea are waiting for news on his injury. Right, okay, so basically, this is another thing. Olise got a grade 3 hamstring tear. Grade 3 hamstring. Yeah, so Olise suffered a grade 3 hamstring tear, the most severe category of hamstring injuries. Now, he suffered this on the 27th, 28th of June. So, grade 3 hamstring tear recovery time. All right, here we go. Here we go. According to Mercy Health, mild to moderate. Oh, no, wait. For grade 3 hamstring tear or strain, recovery may be as long as 3 months. 3 months recovery time, which is pretty crazy, man. You know what I mean? 3 months. And that was in June, so he's not going to be back until September. 26th of June, 26th of July, 26th of August, 26th of September. So he's going to miss the first month of football. He's going to miss the first month of football, maybe even the second. Do you know what I mean? So, again, you're going to be buying a player that's injured. Yeah, Lauren says we bought Gundogan when he was injured. We did. But Gundogan was an established class player. You know what I mean? Like, Olise, I do like Olise, but do I like him enough to pay 60 million quid? I'm not sure. Possibly. Do I like him enough to pay 60 million pound and buy him injured? I think that's too much, man, for me. You know what I mean? If it's 40 million, because Chelsea bid 39 million apparently, if it's 40 million, do you want to buy him for 40 million with a hamstring tear? I don't know. I don't think so. Not for me. So, yeah, I don't think this deal gets done. I don't think City sign Olise when he's got a hamstring injury. Unless it's 35 million. If it's 35 million, they might do it. They might do it at 35. But you start going above that, guys, and I just don't see it personally. I don't. So yeah, I mean, who else? I mean, I don't know what's going on, man. What's happening here? Who is City going to sign, guys? I think City are making us sweat. I think City do this on purpose, you know. I think they're doing this on purpose. I reckon, yeah, Tiki, Khaldoon, Farhan, Pep, I reckon they're on Twitter and scrolling through City fans, scroll on YouTube, on Instagram, on all the forums and that, and looking at Manchester City fans' brains like turning, like, you know, the cogs turning, like trying to work out who City are going for. I think they're loving it. I think they're playing games, man. I think they're having a lot of fun. You know what I mean? I reckon they're probably in the stream right now, actually, watching this, laughing. I reckon they're laughing now. They has a glass of red wine in his hand, laughing. Ha, 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 ha. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. They ain't got time. Nah, Trey. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. They got to make time for entertainment, and this could be entertainment for them. Does Oscar Bob play off the left? You know, plays off the right-hand side, Nick. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, City are moving mad. They rejected £30 million for McAtee. Could he be the right winger? Cole Palmer? Could he be the right winger? Oscar Bob, they've rejected £15 million apparently. Could he be the right winger? Who knows what's going to happen, people? Let me tell you something. I was told by a source, this is actually true, right? I was told by a source close to Cole Palmer, yeah, that the plan was that when Mahrez left, he would be the right winger. He would be the Mahrez replacement. I was told that by a source close to the player. Is that changed? Maybe it's changed. Could he be the guy? Is it going to be Oscar Bob? Is it going to be McAtee? I don't know what's going on here, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's happening no more. I think I'm losing it, man. I done like 10 streams today. Big up Massam says, if Olise was English, people would be quoting at least 70 to 80 million. Trust me, he is mint. perfect pet player. City should be all over this deal. Okay then, Massum. Listen, I'm going to come back at you there, bro, and say, given the fact he's injured and he's not going to be coming back until September, how much money would you think is acceptable to pay for Olise, given the fact he's injured, he's not going to be available until September? Genuine question. Genuine question. And in fact, everyone in the chat can answer that, but Massum, you got to answer it as well, bro. This is the thing. I want to know. Matthew W says £25. Phil says 40 million. 50 million says PS4 servers. Adam Norman says 20 to 30. 30 to 50 says City. La Arana says 50. 40. 60 to 50. 40 to 45. 30. There's quite a big gap. I guess most people are in the 35 to 40. But you do have a couple people like Ginan there at 20 million. But then you've got some people at 60 million. Do you know what I mean? So, would you honestly pay 50 million quid for a guy who's injured? Serious? That's a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money, guys. I can't lie. That's you guys are risk takers. You guys are risk takers big time. You play the casinos, you know. I think that's a risky game. It's a risky game. Auctioneer LB. Yeah. I muted myself. I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done, man. I think I'm done, innit? I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done. I've done a lot of shit today, man. I've done a lot of shit today. I can't lie. I've done four or 5 streams. I've done 12,500 steps. I burnt 3,743 calories. I think it's time to check out. I think it's time to check out and say, my friends, au revoir. But yeah, I think I'm done, man. I think I'm done in it. I think I'm gone delirious. Right, people, I'm actually going to leave. But yeah, big up to everyone, man. Who knows what's going to happen here? Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe we'll sign Olise injured. Maybe we won't. But we're currently on like 5 players we've been linked with. And we'll have to see. But yeah, apparently Chelsea have bidded 39 million. So we'll sit and match that. Is it even true? Who knows? But yeah, from this very tired LB, I bid you good night. Goodbye, my friends.